Good evening, everyone, and welcome to episode 2 of the Coach's Corner here on the Unitas Caritas YouTube channel. We're coming to you live, and we want to remind you about if you have any questions, the link is right on the screen there on the YouTube channel for you to ask any questions, submit any questions, and we'll have the coach or any of us answer those questions for you. Tonight, we're going to take a look back at the Manheim Regional game. We're also going to preview the upcoming game against Newark Central. But we also want to send out a couple of thank yous. And one of the big thank yous we want to send out is to Billy Hayes, who helped tremendously in putting together the new film room in the Immaculata High School locker room. It is just an incredible site, and it is one of the most beautiful things we've seen. And I know some college coaches are going to be drooling over it when they see it because it is just unbelievable. We also want to thank Brian Hayden as well for his help in doing all that for us. And we also want to thank the Director of Facilities for us and Maintenance, Jake Mario, who has done a lot as well. And of course, we're going to send out a big thank you to Bobby Hellwig, the son of Rob Hellwig, who has helped us out tremendously in getting all this stuff set up, especially for our Coach's Corner episode. We also want to let you know you signed up for the Unitas Caritas Foundation. You can do that at unitascaritas.com. You can go to the top of the screen and hit donate. And all it is $19.66 per month to join. And you can get one of these mugs right here with the Unitas Caritas logo, as well as the Spartan logo on it as well. And we will send you one of these mugs for donating to the Unitas Caritas Foundation. But right now, let's get things started with Coach Columbo, and let's talk about that incredible game against Manheim on Friday night, going to 2 overtimes. Incredible to open the season.
Yeah, it was. I still can't come to grips with the fact that that game, it just drained everything out of me. Our kids. I mean, it was the trip, the whole thing. But I will say this: we played an outstanding football team. We played an outstanding community. Their coaches were great coaches. Their kids were respectful, played hard. We were treated first class from the minute we arrived there to the minute we left. We can't say enough good things about Manheim Central High School and the way they treated us and the way they played. They're an outstanding football team. We knew that. They won their opening game the week before, 56-7. We found out that they are ranked 6th in Pennsylvania, 4A, the entire state. And just to put it into perspective, for some of the people that have followed Immaculata over the years, they are ranked 30 slots ahead of Easton High School in the state of Pennsylvania. So you're looking at a quality team, a quality program, and however, Spartans were one play away from knocking them off. And, our kids played great. They never quit. There were a couple times during the game where, we thought it was getting away from us, but it never did. And some of the plays we made were just incredible. And to bring it down to there, and the decision at the end of the game was to go for 2 and win it. If I had to do it again tomorrow, I'd do the same thing. And, we came up a foot short on a call that, in my opinion, could have gone either way. But,
Sure.
That is what it is. Their coach spoke to me on the bus ride on the way home, and he said, he hasn't been in a game like that in a long time. And I tend to agree. And what he said was that both teams are going to be better down the road from this game.
Yeah.
And I truly believe that.
Sure. This has to say a lot also about Immaculata football this season. One of the things we said about last year's team was there was no quit in that team. This year, this game, watching some of the videos, fortunately I was not able to be there, but watching some of the videos of this game showed there's literally no quit in these kids. And I don't think you'll ever see that this year at all.
I just think that stems from what we do in the off season.
Right.
The commitment level of our young men to our program, the way we practice. I think all that comes into the fact that our kids are not going to give up,
Right.
and the thing that is really amazing is that we played most of the second half without Cameron Chadwick. We played most of the second half without Jaden Wooten. So we had other guys that had to step up into other roles that were able to produce. And when you lose two of your top players and you're able to still go ahead and move forward and do some great things, it really says a lot about where we are.
Let's take a look, Coach. You have the video of the game to a huddle and stuff. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from
Yeah, I
that game
mean,
for the Spartans.
the first thing is, and for some reason, I do not have that clip on here, but our freshman quarterback, Mason Geis, I, I mean, I have not seen a performance like that from a kid that young in a long time. He threw for 288 yards and 3 touchdowns, and he hasn't even sat in a math class at Immaculata High School yet. School hadn't started, and here he is, playing in front of that huge crowd, 2.5 hours away against a team like that. And his first varsity pass, and unfortunately, for whatever reason, it's not on this clip here, but he throws a bubble to Cameron Chadwick, who goes 65 yards for a touchdown on our first possession. But I think when you watch this clip here, I mean, and this clip will say a lot about the kind of kid he is, where the shot he takes after he delivers the ball here, and you'll see it, and that's a great catch by Cole Hayden on a 3rd and 9 play. Unfortunately, we had a little legal procedure on the play, but guys, you got a freshman throwing to a sophomore. This is just a little bit of a preview of what's coming down the road for the Spartans as we move forward. But just a great, the way he stands in there and the way he takes that, just an incredible, performance by him. Moving forward, all right, you get a good look at it from the back end, which we love the back end. And let me just say this, okay? Those of you of old, I think, will see that offensive line as a very familiar sight. When you look at the size, Michael Giuliano is 260 pounds. Oliver Collier is 265 pounds. Our center is 6'3", 270. Our right guard is 6'5", 285. Our right tackle is 6'3", 220. I haven't had that here. Okay, this is the first time that we've had a line that looks like this, and I think and they're playing extremely well. And 3 of them are young and are first year starters, but they do a tremendous job in protection. Unfortunately, here we don't see a kid coming off the edge, but they have done a great job. Okay, as we move forward here. Unfortunately, I'm having some issues with huddle, and I don't know why it's not moving forward, but here we go. All right, next play. Okay, now couple that big line with a 235-pound running back. Okay, Martin Langton did a great job. Okay, running the ball for us, and he was able to just grind it, and as we look at this, we see our offensive line just doing a tremendous job opening up holes and those things like that. And here's a great look at it from behind. And we'll take it real slow. Look at our guard here, Colin Papp. Just take number 68 here, who is a 3-year senior captain for them, and just wash him right down the line. Okay, this team is very well coached, and for those of you that understand this game, you're going to know that when defensive ends see a down block and they squeeze down, okay, that's a well coached team. And what happens is the linebacker gap replaces over the top. So as that happens right there, look what our guys do. We hook the squeeze guy and we kick out the gap exchange guy. Now look at that. That's a beautiful picture, okay, of a well blocked play by an extremely good offensive line. I mean, those are the things that when you're sitting in the stands you don't see, And it sounds like it's things that are so small, but those are the reasons why we're able to do some of those things. Okay, here it is again with Martin. I mean, the kid's 235 pounds, 230 pounds, and he will just hit a hole, and people don't want to tackle him in the secondary. And again, excuse me, when we come from behind here and we see the tight shot, again, look at the right guard and the right tackle. Okay, 60 turns out his kid, 72 Finn Tully turns out his kid. Okay, that's a beautiful picture right there. So you
Yeah.
see both guys working to the side, and Michael Tallis, all 5'6" of them on the isolation block on Rocco Doherty, who is their best player. Okay, and there's a hole there. Okay, look at the work by Colin Papp as he's driving his kid 68 right down the line. Okay, and we get a nice deal out of that. So again, the play of our offensive line, our offensive front has been outstanding. So far early on this year. All right, going to the next clip now. This one is a defensive clip. Okay, now the thing I love about our team on defense is the way they run to the ball. Okay, so you're going to see our kids coming downhill and running to the football. I mean, just a tremendous pursuit edge in our free safety. Cole Hayden runs the alley, makes the play in the backfield. I mean, that's a good looking football play because we have a force player, we have an alley player, we have a secondary support player. Okay, we have guys running parallel down the line. So again, tremendous job in terms of our guys, okay, getting down the line and making plays. I mean, you look at it again from a different angle, okay, and you're going to see that stretch play. Now, again, look at the bodies running to the football, all with great leverage, outside leverage, outside leverage. Okay, here's the alley player. Here's the pursuit angle. I mean, that's a tremendous defensive football play. Tremendous. Okay. We got to get a little better at tackling in the secondary, I think, but it's there. And when we see plays like that, we know it's going to come eventually. Here's another one now. They run a bootleg flood pattern. Okay. And again, we talk about sacks and we talk about pressures, but what we need to understand, and I know it might be a little tough to see here, but this is a coverage sack. So they're running a flood route. So they're going to have a deep, an intermediate, and a shallow. Okay. Our kids need to cover those three routes, which they do. Okay. There's the deep, there's a linebacker in intermediate, there's a free safety over the top, and now an inside linebacker running with the flat. So because the quarterback on his roll has nowhere to go with that ball, that allows him, that makes him stop, and then Martin now is able to contain him, send him back the other way, right into pursuit. Now, when you look at it, the kids on that coverage, they don't get any credit for anything on a stat sheet, but those are the guys that made that play. So I tell our kids all the time, okay, you don't have to make the tackle, you have to make the play. And that's a perfect situation of it right there. So, just some great things that we have done. We did in this game and some great things coming up. Okay. As we move forward here. Okay. And I'll go a little further. All right. Motion. All right. And this is as cool of a quarterback as you're going to see. Okay. Standing in the pocket. All right. Great protection. Okay, that's where it all starts. So we do a great job of protection here. We have athletes that can get behind people now, and we deliver a pass to Anthony Brown here that really stretches the play. On this drive, we went 98 yards and scored to make it 21-14 in the second quarter. What excites me more than anything is this stuff right here, the play of our offensive line. All right. And I think we do a tremendous job on a slide protection. Okay. Give him plenty of time in the pocket. He's able to deliver a nice ball for a big play for us. And we're able to get into a nice situation here. The very next play, okay, we come back now. The very next play, all right. And again, what do we see? There's over the top, vertical, bang. Okay. That's a freshman. That's a freshman that made that play. Okay, so you're looking at the drop, the pat of the ball, okay, and the delivery. Now, again, look at the protection. Okay, that's the key to the whole thing. Everyone talks about, you got to throw the ball, you got to throw the ball, you got to throw the ball. Well, sure, you do, but you got to be able to protect. And we spend so much time on protection. It's incredible. And I think it really shows, and we have confidence in throwing the ball. So just some of these things right here, and we'll get a great shot at the protection right here, are amazing. Okay. They're all gap sound. Okay. They all need to stay square. All right. This team's rushing 3. That's okay. But we do a tremendous job giving him a lot of time. He's able to throw vertical over an 8-man drop. So, again, tremendously successful
You have to
situation
be
for us.
really pleased with the way the line is playing.
The line has
we
been.
talked about the
Yeah,
inexperience last week and stuff,
yeah.
and they really have, watching those videos and stuff, absolutely incredible.
Unbelievable
what they've done.
Yep. And and again, not only in the pass blocking, but here again, another example on run block. Okay. So there's a 13-yard run, just an isolation play, a lead back, and just our guys, putting their hand in the dirt and playing hard. So you look at it here, okay, the right side of the line again. Tremendous job. Look at the center and the left guard combo the nose to the backside linebacker. Okay. Our right guard and right tackle are fine. The linebacker gets ISO'd by the lead back. And look at that situation right there. That's a beautiful picture.
Yep.
Okay. And I'm going to tell you right now, bad teams don't do this. Okay. We are a good football team, and good football teams do things like this. And I'm really excited at what's coming down for us.
Absolutely.
All right. Now the other one, and again, I know we're getting long here, but I want to explain something here. There's no quitting this team, as we talked about earlier, and we got it to 20 to 34, 27, and we let a long run go, and we ran it down at the 8-yard line. Okay, 1st and goal on the 8. They score, they're up by 2 scores. We didn't give up an inch in 3 straight plays on the 8-yard line. And now they're bringing the field goal team. Okay, they're going to kick a field goal. They're going to go up by 2 scores. Now we got to score twice.
Right.
Okay. I called a timeout. I went out. I talked to him. I said, listen, block the daggone thing, scoop it up, and run it back. Okay. And there it was. That's God upstairs helping us out. But we got we come off the edge here. We do a great job. Okay, great stances. Our get off. Okay, we blocked the punt. Or excuse me, the field goal. I'm not sure, and they neither one of them will say that they blocked it rather than the other one, because that's what teammates do.
Right.
But Luke Scott and Joe Fleming, I gave them credit for both blocking this thing. So whoever it was did a tremendous job. There's the ball rolling around, and guys, we practice this. We practice blocking field goals, scooping and taking it back. Amir Mason scoops the ball up, and there he goes. The guy I want you to watch is Anthony Brown, who's standing way back here, okay, as a safety on for fakes. That ball gets scooped up. Here comes Anthony Brown. Look at Anthony Brown out in front, leading the way for Amir. Okay, he just gets in the way. Okay, the thing goes all the way down. I think Amir runs out of gas around the 8-yard line. Okay, but 5-yard line. But what a turn of events for our guys. So we went from going down 37-27 to now, we're able to go in and tie the game up. Okay, so that was a huge play, and you'll see it from behind, and the get off on our kids. Okay, the extension on blocking the field goal. Right here, it could have been Luke, it could have been Joe, both of them.
Both.
All right, yeah, and then there's
right there. Wow.
There's the scoop, bang, and there we are. We're out. Okay, we are out. And what a huge play, and again, the scrappiness and the grit of our team to go ahead and block block a field goal, take it back, put you right back in a football game. And then lastly, well, we have the ball the very next play, okay, from down here. All right, look at the strength and the push to get in the end zone, okay, on the very next play. So we're able to flex our muscles a little bit. We're able to do some things that were really special. The last play of the game, okay. So now the funny thing was in Pennsylvania, overtime is from the 10-yard line. So in New Jersey, it's from the 25. So I'm out for the coin toss, and I assumed it was from the 25. We get the ball first. We're on a 10-yard line. Changes your entire approach because you cannot get a first down. Okay. So that kind of, I was like, wait a minute. And well, it was okay. So both teams trade field goals in the first overtime. Manheim gets the ball in the second overtime and scores. Okay. We get the ball and they kick the extra point after they score. We get the ball, we score, and now it's decision time. Okay. What do? Do you kick it and go to a third overtime, or do you try to win it right now? I got to tell you, both teams were absolutely gassed. The heat, okay, everything that went on during the course of the game, the emotions, and I said, listen, we drove 2.5 hours. Let's win the daggone thing right now. So we run a little bit of a pick play here. And Mace throws the ball to Michael Tallis in the flat. It's a little tough to see, guys, I know from the angle, but we feel that he did not touch the ground and reached out and got the pylon. All right. The unfortunate thing is that we did have Cameron Chadwick right here open, okay, but that wasn't to be on that particular sequence there. Nothing against anyone. It's just that's the way it is. It's a tough situation and a quick decision to make, and that's where it went. So, looking at this play from behind, and they had all their student section back here. It was like Penn State whiteout, screaming and yelling, hitting very loud and all that deal. So, here we are, and there's the catch. All right, so I don't know. We'll try to slow it down and see what we can get here. And I've watched this thing a million times already. I don't think he's ever down. He rolls across the body of the defender, okay? And the pylon, here's what I know. The pylon's down, okay? I think he got the pylon with the ball. We didn't get that call, all right? In Pennsylvania, not sure we're going to get that call.
Gotcha.
Okay, but there it was. And that was the end of one of the most exciting draining high school football games I've ever been
I have to tell you, thanks to Rob and his live stats and everything, I was getting the updates where I was at Rector's doing the Rumble on the Raritan. I was getting the updates constantly, and I'm like sitting there, and I literally almost yelled into the microphone at one point during the game, and it just seemed everything was there, and realizing not being there, but seeing all the stats and everything, this team just never gave up. And I think that bodes so well for this season coming up.
Yeah, I think it does. And, they have great work ethic.
Yeah.
And we don't let them give in one bit, during the week. And, you win games. You don't win games on Friday night. I've always said this. Games are won in February and March in the weight room. And then they're won on Tuesday and Wednesday on a practice field. If you can get all that work done in that time, you're going to be very successful. And I think we've done that. Again, I don't know, what lies down the road. We're going to take it 1 week at a time. We do have some unbelievably tough opponents down the road, no question. But this is a good team. Okay, there's no doubt. And I think it's going to be a very exciting team and a fun team to watch.
We talk about that because you say have fun watching the highlights here. Was the fact is you have a nice blend of experienced guys, but these young guys, judging by that and judging by the line, the offensive and defensive line, just seemed to gel so well. And that was a question coming in for you.
It was.
We talked about before. So, your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, our defensive line, is experienced. Those guys we knew were going to be very good. Um, our offensive line obviously was a question mark coming in with three new starters.
Right.
Um, the difference is that they're big. Size makes up for a lot of things on the offensive line.
Right.
And they have been coached and pushed, and they early on it was hard. I mean, they had a hard time responding, but all of a sudden we got better and better and better. And what I attribute it to is this: we are able to have our young offensive line play against our defensive line in practice every day because we're not two platoon. Okay, those guys are playing one way. So Wooten and Kwesi Prempe and Mike Giuliano and Martin Wangton are all on our scout team, as well as the Lau brothers. So they are giving our offensive line all they can handle. So they're playing against a first team defense every day.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you're doing that, you're going to get better. And that's what our kids have done. And I think that's really gone a long way. That has really helped us.
So coming up this week, Newark Central. Give us some thoughts on that. What to expect? The game is Friday night.
Yeah,
Newark Central.
At Newark Central. It's at Shabazz Stadium. It's a 7:00 game on Friday. Newark Central has a lot of athletes. They're fast. They can do some things to hurt us. I don't believe they can. They have the people up front that we have, and I just think that if we come and play the game the way we're supposed to play it, okay, I think we'll be fine. Okay. The problem is that when you let teams hang around and stay in games, they get very, very dangerous.
Right.
So our goal is to, go down to Newark, put together a great effort, okay, kind of piggyback off of what we did this week. And I told the kids today, I said, listen, you guys played great last week. It's still smarts for a lot of us, but the kids are real happy with their performance. But I said, you don't have a win yet. Okay, we need to get a win. And I think that hit home with the guys, and so we're gonna go down there and we're gonna play hard and we're gonna see what happens. But I think if we do what we need to do, we should be fine.
Awesome. Before we let everyone know that if you'd like to ask any questions and stuff, you can click on the link that is on the YouTube screen right in front of you. Rob, do we have any questions from anybody?
No questions.
No. Okay. All right, just a little bit, just a reminder. Once again, we want to remind everyone to please join up with the Unitas Caritas Foundation, $19.66 a month. Join us. It is well worth it. You also will get a few new tumbler here with the logo of the Unitas Caritas and the Spartan logo on the other side. Join us here with the Unitas Caritas. It goes all towards the football program, and it has done wonders already with the new weight room and the new film room that is up. Coach, have you gotten a lot of use out of that weight room so far?
Weight room, God, I mean, the film room, yeah,
film room too.
We're in it every night. I'm in there during the day. We were in there for Tuesday, Monday. We were in for coaches were in there for about 3 hours watching film. And then we brought the kids in and we spent another 3 hours going through the Manheim film with them. So it's getting a lot of use. It's awesome. Absolutely beautiful. It really is. It's
awesome.
It's so nice to sit in there and watch it on that clear screen and comfortable and all that. So very much appreciated by our kids.
Awesome. So that is just what some of the donations are going to help our Spartan football program. And again, a great game on Friday night against Manheim Central. They will be back on the field this Friday night when they take on Newark Central in Newark. That game will kick off at 7 p.m. We hope to see everybody there. And once again, if you're wondering where we are tonight, we are actually back at what we like to call the UC Studios which we filmed from all year last season and stuff like that. So that's where we are tonight. We are not at the film room tonight. We hope to get back there again, or at some other remote location. You just never know. So for all of us here at the Unitas Caritas Foundation and for the Coach's Corner, from Mike Columbo, I'm Ken Gregg. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll see you all again for episode 3 next Wednesday night. So long, everybody.